Make sure that that's all squared away. That should be better. Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, the day has finally come. This will be my last live stream ever of Madden 19. Because, as most of y'all know, let me just check the audio like I always do.
Well, the day is...
Yep, audio is good. Cool. I always got to check the audio because you never know. Hopefully my computer doesn't shut down because I'm running on battery saver mode. I'm going to have to get my charger from the other room in the middle of this gameplay, but I don't really know quite yet. So this is going to be my final, so like I was saying, this is going to be my final live stream for Madden 19 because that right there, Madden 20, comes out literally at the end of this week. I probably honestly won't be getting it until after I'm done with work after Sunday. I might go get it on Monday of next week because... for those of y'all that don't know, my job entails me working weekends in news, doing photog work and other production stuff. I'll tell you one thing, for these last 2 weekends, I've had to do a lot of extra work at the station because our normal audio technician guy, who also runs digital on the weekends, has been out. He's been sick, very sick. Excuse me. I'm having some drainage a little bit. So I've had to kind of cover for him a lot. That's got me some overtime, extra money, so I can actually go out and get Madden 20. However, it's been, however, I won't be, I'm not playing it, like a lot of other people are, because there's some people that already are playing Madden 20 because they have EA, early access or whatever it's called, something like that. I was really debating on it, but if I'm just going to be paying for that just so I can get Madden 20 early, I don't really see the point of it. I'm just gonna, go old school, buy the disc, and just do like I've done with the last few games. Now, obviously, with Madden 19, I'm probably gonna sell it, see if I can get a couple of dollars back from GameStop or something like that, because I'm not about to have Madden 19 just chilling around my house if I'm not ever gonna play it again. So obviously, I know that some of y'all that have checked out my channel, if you have in the last couple of weeks, I haven't done an actual live stream in a few weeks because I've been posting some videos of a lot of stories that I've been covering in news for the last couple of weekends in a row, because I had 4 events to go to on Saturday of this past weekend and the previous weekend. So that's what kind of been going on with me since the last time I did any kind of live stream gameplay. Some more of that will be coming later. I'm still going to try to do a live stream of Uncharted 3 when I get some more downtime. But for right now, obviously, Madden 20 is coming out. You guys know how I feel about that QB1 face of the franchise mode. I'm probably going to play that a couple of times in a row just because it's got my alma mater, Texas Tech, in it that you can choose your player to go to. Now, hopefully, I just really hope that this is maybe possibly indicating the return of some NCAA football game, because if NCAA Football 19 existed, I'd probably be playing that more than Madden right now. You'd probably see me doing a live stream every weekend with the Texas Tech Dynasty or something like that. But anyway, besides the point. So for my final goodbye for Madden 19, I was thinking about what I wanted to do. Now, obviously the title kind of gives it away, but I'm just going to go simple here. My very last live stream video I ever did for Madden 18 was I played the Hall of Fame game between the Ravens and the Bears. So I've decided I'm going to do the same thing to say goodbye to Madden 19. Also, just talk throughout the video what I think about so far about Madden 20, because believe me, I've seen plenty of YouTubers out there already have videos on it. They already have gameplay on it. That QB1 mode looks pretty good. However, I think that the best thing about it, unfortunately, is going to be the very beginning of it. But I'll talk about that later. So, and by the way, I will be playing this Hall of Fame game with updated rosters. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to go and play the Hall of Fame game. We're going to have, obviously, the Falcons taking on the Broncos in Canton, Ohio. So with the updated rosters, Broncos are 80 overall, Falcons are 83 overall. And, of course, with the Broncos, they got Joe Flacco now at quarterback. Things are a little bit different now. Things have obviously changed. Now, the unfortunate thing is that hopefully Madden 20 gets it, but so far the last 2 Maddens don't have the Hall of Fame Stadium in it. They don't have Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in the game. So I'm going to bump that up a little bit. I'm going to play that. So I'm going to play in... I believe it's just called the No, not Wembley Stadium. So I'm going to be playing in the Madden Elites Stadium, whatever it is. It's probably just a simple bowl stadium that they created for that, created teams that they have in here, but I'm just going to go ahead and play it there and pretend it's Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. So my weekend is about to wrap up. Obviously, I get Monday and Tuesdays off. And this is basically my Sunday that I'm getting ready to wind down on. Things have been pretty crazy at the station because we've had this like 2-week-long summer celebration thing, and it's put stress on everybody, from myself to our weekend anchor, who's also a reporter. She was under a lot of stress, and she doesn't have to worry about that anymore, fortunately. So I think things will be getting back to normal. And the best thing about it is that, football season is just around the corner. So I'm very, very excited.
Kickoff is moments away. So let's get you out to our commentators. And standing by for the call are Brandon
All right.
and Charles Davis.
So this may not be Hall of Fame Stadium, but we're just going to have to pretend it is. The Falcons got their turf installed, I guess. So anyway. But yeah, we are going to be playing with updated rosters, so the Broncos rookies are on here. Like, I know they drafted Drew Lock from Missouri. He's the backup quarterback to that man, Joe Flacco. I will say, a lot of people are thinking that the Broncos getting Flacco really isn't going to make that much of a difference. I think it might, because you look at the fact that they had Case Keenum last year, and they were really signing him, banking on that he could replicate the same success he had in Minnesota when he had that breakout year, which was a once-in-a-year type of season. It was really a one-shot wonder season, if you ask me, because I don't think Case Keenum is ever going to have that happen again. And now he's playing for the Redskins, although he's definitely not going to be the starter for the majority of the year. That's going to be Dwayne Haskins. I know that's going to be Dwayne Haskins, who my Cowboys are going to be facing. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, so Broncos, we got Emmanuel Sanders, and we've got some pretty good receivers here. So let's see what we can do. We also got a pretty good tailback in Phillip Lindsay, who I think is one of the more underrated backs. I know he's young, but whoa, look at that hole. Juke him. There we go. What a run to start off the game. One rush, 25 yards. That's the way to get started. That's how we like to get started here on this in this video.
Yeah, we just saw a big time run right there. But you have to believe he was dreaming
all right.
about this last night in his hotel.
We got Sanders on the out route. Left side. But we take a sack instead. Couldn't quite get time back there, and gotta have somebody get open. And he was open. I mean, he was pretty badly covered though. Not badly covered. He was well covered. Come on.
Second down, Flacco now.
Got I think our tight end, or was that Sanders? Yeah, that was Sanders. I thought that was our tight end for a second.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets
All right.
them up for third down.
All right, third down and 9.
He's going to get his catches, so as they move forward
Pick this up here. The Sanders coming over the middle. Faint, the rookie tight end is
Third down, Flacco needs a decent
might need the underneath stuff. Juke him out. Sanders, there we go. First down. Nice job. Way to make that move. Way to make that move, Emmanuel.
A yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We got the tight end, Jake Butt from Michigan, open for a nice gain. We'll take that. A Michigan man.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Man, I remember watching Michigan when Butt played there. I was like, really? That's his last name? You got to be kidding me. Portland Sutton. I mean, he caught it, but we're still 1 yard short. We're going to have to pick this up on third down then.
That catch good for only a yard, and it will be third down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight.
Oh, Dalton Risner from Kansas State. I forgot he was on the Broncos. I forgot they drafted him. Anyway, all right, third down and 3. Wow, we only picked up 1 yard on that reception? Really? I thought we picked up, like, more than that. All right, where are we at? 4th and inches. Kick the field goal? No way. We're going for this. 94 will. Let's go. I'm gonna play in there. Okay. I might have to pause this game in a bit because my computer might die. Oh, don't you pick up the first. There we go, Lindsey. Come on. Get to the end zone. Touchdown. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I thought he was going to get tackled in the backfield and we were going to turn the ball over, but he broke that tackle and he got in the end zone. All right. We got our lead, first lead of the game. Juke the man, hurdle the guy, doesn't matter. First series, touchdown. We'll take it. Next point is up and good. And on that note, guys, I have to get my computer charger real quick. I'll be right back. My computer's gonna die in this live stream if I don't plug it in. Here we go. Okay.
McManus's point after is good.
Computer's recharging now.
So that drive in total.
Yeah, usually when I have my days off, at least it's been this way for the last 2 Mondays and Tuesdays. I pretty much have my computer on the whole day and I'm just watching videos and stuff. I mean, when I have my days off, I want to take a break from as much news content as possible. Like, when I have my days off, I don't even watch the newscasts. Like, I won't even tune in just for the fun of it because, I mean, I'm going to be seeing those newscasts in first person for the next 5 days. So, you know, everybody gets tired. Everybody gets run down to that. All right, so let's go ahead and get on defense now. This Broncos defense. I think they've lost a couple of key guys, but as long as they have Von Miller, they're still going to be a formidable unit, if you ask me. So obviously, you know, if y'all are watching, you guys know I'm a big Cowboys fan, so, I mean, I guess I might as well address the so-called elephant in the room. This whole situation with Zeke, it really concerns me, and I think the biggest reason it concerns me is that, once again, Jerry Jones is putting his foot down as far as a player, you know, doing something, quote-unquote, wrong, and, you know, I mean, if they can't find a way to sign him to a contract by the end of camp, or, well, not really sign him to a contract, just get him back in camp with a better contract to avoid any more holding out, then, I don't know. My realistic thinking is that, oh my gosh, I mean, I really think that Jerry is kind of said in those quotes yesterday, if y'all know what I'm talking about, that we don't really need Zeke to win a Super Bowl. And, like, Jerry, are you serious? Like, are you legitimately serious? Because if you think that Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper and this defense alone can, forget about the Super Bowl, get to the NFC Championship game, you are out of your dang mind, all right? Without Zeke in the lineup, Dak Prescott is nothing, okay? And I'm not saying that Dak is a trash quarterback. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he's an elite quarterback like Skip Bayless always is. Dak is a good quarterback. He's a good leader. But he needs Zeke to be successful. Because if you got 8 men in the box thinking about stopping Zeke, how are you going to stop Amari Cooper and that passing game of Dak Prescott? Dak is best when the entire defense is not focusing on him and focusing on number 21. That's the reason I have a Zeke jersey over a Prescott jersey. Because Zeke is more valuable than Dak to this franchise. And I said it. I know everybody's like, you know, quarterback is the most important position on a team. And it is. Look, it is. The quarterback is the guy that is the only one supposed to talk in the huddle, as Shane Falco said in The Replacements. I know that's a movie, but anyway. But running backs have been shown that they can carry franchises too. The Los Angeles Rams of the 1980s would not have been relevant at all if Eric Dickerson wasn't on their team. They don't have Eric Dickerson, they're nothing for the decade of the 80s. And that's the truth, even though they had mild success in the 80s, but they always ran into the 49ers and got knocked out of the playoffs.
This is the NFL on EA
But,
Sports.
you know, everybody's saying that, okay, for Super Bowl team, you don't need to have a dominant rushing game. Well, here's what you honestly need to win a Super Bowl.
You're not you and you're hungry.
First of all, you need a better head coach than Jason Garrett. You need an owner who's not selfish, which is not what Jerry Jones is. That's why as long as Jerry Jones is the owner of the Cowboys and he's not willing to give the head coaching position to a guy who's going to have maybe who may challenge him as the one who has more power than him, Dallas will never win another championship. And this is just another example of a speed bump hitting this team when they don't need this right now. Before all this contract with Zeke and everything started up, I was really, really pumped about this season. And we take a sack with Flacco. That's not good. What is it? Third and 18. Wow. We got a long way to go. You know, we traded for Robert Quinn from the Rams. That was great. We got DeMarcus Lawrence signed to a contract. Fine. That's awesome. But, take another sack. Might as well. I mean, nobody was going to be open on those 4 verticals. 4 verticals in Madden is terrible to run because you have to, especially if you have to go a long distance, you got to float that thing. And if you float any passes in this game, the defensive backs are going to be able to pick it off with extreme ease. And that was a weird tackling animation. It looked like he got thrown in the spin cycle and just like fell down. And then again, you know how I feel about the animations in these games. But anyway, so I'm just concerned that, you know, this is not going to be a good year for the Cowboys. And by a good year, I mean a year that they make the playoffs. Because they're going to have all these distractions with Zeke until they get him signed to a contract. Now, if they get him signed to a contract, all this is going to blow away. But right now, this is not a good way to start out the season. It's not a good way at all. Look at the running backs that the Cowboys have in addition to Zeke. They brought back Alfred Morris. Okay, Alfred Morris has not been good, and I hate the fact that all these people are talking about how he averaged 4 yards per carry when he was replacing Zeke in the lineup back in 2017. That didn't help us win during that streak. We had terrible losses to the Falcons, the Chaz Green game. We also had Scott Linehan still as our offensive coordinator, because believe me, when Zeke was suspended, Linehan was frozen at the wheel. I don't know why Vance Joseph's neck was like to his side like that. It looked way off. I don't know what that was. But he's not a member, but he's not the Broncos head coach anymore, so that doesn't matter. And we get another sack, putting them in the same situation on 4th and long, and that was Von Miller doing his little swim move dance right there, I think. Anyway, so I think that's just what I think. And, you know, Alfred Morris is no Zeke. Morris hasn't been good since, like, 2013. The last time I think he ran for 1,000 yards. I think he actually went to the Pro Bowl that year with the Redskins, but I think it might have been a deal where he got invited to the Pro Bowl because somebody else decided not to show up. So they naturally had to get another running back from the NFC or something, and he was the first guy that was like, oh, he ran for 1,000 yards. Let's just put him on the roster. I mean, really, the Pro Bowl nowadays is a joke. However, I will say this. I know it's minuscule to a lot of Madden gamers out there, but I like the fact that Philip Lindsay is just dominating the running game right now. Wearing 30, looking like a real Terrell Davis right now. Look at that, 6 carries, 82 yards, 13.6 yards per carry. Philip Lindsay has been our best asset all game. But anyway, so, you know, that's just it's just the way it goes. Kind of lost my train of thought after I was talking about Philip Lindsay for a second. But anyway, got Sanders wide open over the middle, and he got walloped to the ground. Shoving animation that's always pretty weird.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you
Oh, the Pro Bowl. Yeah, but I like the fact that the Pro Bowl's back in Madden 20 because, like, especially with the QB creation mode, you know, you can have a good year where you can actually have your player play in the All-Star game. I mean, for a first-year guy, I mean, for, you know, guys that have only been in the league for a couple of years and have never been to a Pro Bowl, to be recognized as one of the best players in the league, if you're a young guy, I feel like that, you know, it's fun to go to. But if you're an older guy like a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning who's been there like 20 times, then it's like, oh, okay, forget it, I'm not going. Like, literally, every time now when Tom Brady gets invited to the Pro Bowl, even if the Patriots don't make it all the way to the Super Bowl, he's not going. He just doesn't want to go. That's the way it is. I think the last time Tom Brady even played in the Pro Bowl was in like 2010, and that was when Belichick was actually the head coach on the other side, because they lost in the divisional round somehow to the New York Jets. They lost to Mark Sanchez of all quarterbacks. Like, really, Belichick, you lost to Mr. Butt Fumble? Almost threw a pick there. Alright, so we're up 7 now. For a minute 57. I'm going to run it a little bit more with Philip Lindsay and see what I get, because the running game has been dominant in this whole entire first half. I mean, Lindsay's already over 100 yards. I don't think, even with Zeke in this game, I haven't had this great of a running performance. The offensive line is just blocking like nobody's business. I'm going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Yeah, we might have to stick just with the ground game at this point, because Lindsay's getting it. I think Lindsay actually got voted to the Pro Bowl last year, if I recall. Or maybe he was close. Maybe he got, like, recognized as, like, a running back. Like, I can't remember last year he was a rookie or what. I don't think he was a rookie. I don't really remember. Let's go ahead and run the no-huddle this time. I don't want to waste another timeout. Let's go with the play action. If they're keying on Lindsay, then maybe we can have Jovovich open, the fullback. Maybe he'll be open. Nah, he's not really open. Oh, really? Turn the ball over in the red zone. Flacco. Dang it. Man. All right. Let's not let them score on this drive. I don't want Matty Ice to be tying this thing up at 7, because they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Hopefully we can just shut them out here. Oh, man, he was so open. Man, let Austin Hooper get behind the defense one time, really? Anyway, but I like the fact they have the Pro Bowl back in the game, because, look, I mean, I know it's ridiculous, and nobody cares about the Pro Bowl. But, you know, okay, we're just going to let Hooper beast on this defense now? Okay, alright. Really? You know, I just like the fact it's back because, you know, it's fun to play in the franchise mode sometimes. Shoot, I played it in franchise mode back in like 07, even Madden 2012, I think, because that was the last Madden that came out with the Pro Bowl was actually in the game. The only negative thing about the Pro Bowl and the newer Maddens that were on next gen and like PS3, but they couldn't get the real helmets. Now the old PS2 days, they could always have the team helmets in there. And I always thought that was cool. And I actually thought the uniforms on the PS2 games were a little bit better because they were like the old 03, 04 Pro Bowl unis, which look pretty sick. I do think the new ones actually are pretty cool, but you know, it's just nobody cares about the game. Because you got so many guys that just bail on it and don't want to play in it. To the point where you basically have somebody who's only there because somebody else couldn't go. And we just gave up a touchdown to Mohamed Sanu. Jeez. So that's what I said I didn't want to have happen. Oh, who's this? Wolf, Bruce, Ribs will return soon. Let's keep him in. I don't care. Alright, we still,
Yeah, thanks for pointing that
We
out.
still got time to possibly go down the field and get the lead back, but I don't want to be too risky with the play calling here. The fact that Flacco fumbled that ball was ridiculous. Yeah, let that one go in the end zone. We still have one timeout left, but we're going to be sticking to no huddle for at least the first half of this drive until we get into maybe decent field goal position. Receivers are just... God, I just got to throw it away. I didn't want to take the... I could have taken the underneath route right there, but I just didn't want to. I got to get plays down the field if I want to get in position to kick a field goal. All right.
Here's Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left
Oh,
side.
God, that was awful.
The long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I should have... I think we had a guy that was running up the seam on the inside. Maybe Hamilton, or maybe it was Sanders. I can't even remember.
They're thinking field goal.
Yeah, I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
Throw it, come on.
To put some more points on the board.
Oh, my. I thought maybe if Jovovich could have gotten over there, he could have caught it off the tip, but we're just going to have to punt it. I don't want to risk anything.
How about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a
All
time
right,
to
let's
force
let him not get
it,
too big of a return there. All right, well, they got 2 timeouts, so I know they're going to try to get into field goal range, so we got to keep playing. You can't just play prevent. You can't let up.
Will be taking over 1st and 10.
All right.
Now Ryan on 1st down.
Man, this Hooper guy's killing us.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets
Golly.
into enemy territory.
All right, they have 1 timeout. They got 15 seconds. If they get another long completion to Hooper or Jones or somebody like that, it's a wrap, and they're going to get a field goal on this possession.
Ryan on 1st down.
All right, we stopped him short. They called a timeout with 10 seconds left. So
we're back in the offense getting
they gave them the first? Really? Okay. All right, they're kicking a field goal. The ball's on the 39. This is a long field goal attempt.
This will be from 56 yards out.
Let's go ahead and ice them. Why not? We're going into half. Let's just ice them. Let's make it harder on you.
So now on
I don't know if icing the kicker really works against the CPU in Madden. I mean, I've tried it a couple of times, but like I don't know. Like I know what it does if you're the user and somebody called a timeout and you've been iced, but I don't know what it does to the other side. Well, I think icing the kicker worked there because he missed it wide right. I'm sure his kicking meter froze a little bit. Hail Mary.
All
right, we got 5 seconds left and a half.
So good starting field
I doubt anybody is going to be able to get behind the defense. If I'm looking for anybody, it's going to be Sanders here. And we can't even get the pass off. This O-line is horrendous in this first half.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at
Well, we're going to the half tied at 7. Falcons get the ball to start the second half. I mean, we had a chance to score on that one drive, but Flacco fumbled it. Can't even say the guy's name right. But Philip Lindsay is rushed for over 100 yards, so when we get the ball second half, we're just going to run Lindsay probably the rest of this game.
Either side can pull away. Let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
Look at a short halftime report.
All right, Coach.
Then again, I think it's because that this is an exhibition game, and I don't think John Coachman. I don't even know if he's a real person. Like somebody let me know. Is John Coachman a real like halftime analyst or football commentator or broadcaster? Because I know Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis are, but I don't know about Coachman. I don't know if he's a real person. I doubt he is. I think also for like some of the like Madden 13, they had a sideline reporter, Danielle Bellini. I don't even think she was real. I think that was just a made-up character. And that really kind of damages EA's credibility if they're like making up names of commentators and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if they are or if they are. I don't know if they are or aren't, but anyway. And Matt Ryan's 9 out of 9 for 116 yards. This guy's completed 9 passes and he's thrown for over 100 yards. He has a perfect QB rating. And literally everything he's thrown he's completed against us. Oh man, get up, get up! No, no. How? Oh, he dropped it. Thank goodness. I thought Julio Jones came down with that. It looked like he did. I mean, there were 3 guys on it. Somebody got to go for that ball. Somebody's got to go for that ball. I thought he caught that, but he didn't. So, oh, sack! No, oh, come on! Man, I was so close to a sack with I think Wolf on that play. I don't know who was coming in there, but he got off his block quickly, and I was just about to wall up Matt Ryan before he threw that completion, before he threw that ball. Do they even run the ball at all in this game? Because I feel like they haven't. They just keep passing and passing. They're having like 4-play drives. It's ridiculous. The Broncos defense gets shredded right now. Maybe they're not as good as I thought they were. Then again, this is a video game. This isn't real life. And we still let Freeman drag the guy and he gains 5 yards. You're gonna let him drag you like that, Von Miller? Come on, man.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him,
all right.
You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive
so far so bad, but
make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Yeah. Just trying to hit stick him with the safety, but
that good for 6 as they keep this drive
6 catches, 92 yards for Hooper. Man, he's just eating us alive. I know Hooper made the Pro Bowl last year, but come on, give me a break.
5 straight completions here in this second half.
5 consecutive completions over the second half. That's Matt Ryan for you. I think he's a yard short. I don't even know. He's inches short.
And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch.
Pick it off! Yes! Wow! Oh, that user pick! Oh my goodness! Jackson with the user pick in the back of the end zone. Oh my goodness. I've never made a pick like that before. Look at this. Nice. Knee down, yeah. 1 knee equals 2 feet. That's the Cole Beasley rule. That's a pick.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their
all right, here we go. Come on now, let's go. We got the ball at the 25-yard line because it was a touchback. Man, Jackson, what a pick. What a pick. All right, Lindsey, let's go ahead and keep feeding you. You already run for over 100 yards. Let's see if we can give you some more.
Can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them.
X-drag right here.
And break this tie. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, Flacco.
Sanders on the drag route. I like that. Really picked up the first down. I wanted him to get more than that, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
It's enough for a Broncos first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route.
See if we can get him with the pump draw. Fake him out a little bit.
Better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone.
Well, it didn't work to the extent that I wanted, but we still gained 4 yards out of it.
Linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Sanders, Hamilton. Get open. There you go, Sanders. Sanders has been money all game, making big catches on 3rd down.
7 yards on the quick.
Well, not really on 3rd down, just when I need a big completion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes.
I mean, if Lynn is going to keep racking up the yardage like this, I want to keep giving him the ball.
Keeps the sticks moving.
When a running back's hot, you give him the ball. 123 yards. Jeez.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Let's go with the inside crossing route right here. Oh, third quarter's about to end. Wow, this is a fast third quarter. So we can get one more play in before it's over with. Got the rookie tight end feint open. He gained about 4 yards. We'll take that. All right, so this is actually shaping up to be a pretty good game. Very low scoring one. We're tied at 7 going to the fourth quarter. Nobody got anything really. Well, I mean the Falcons. The Falcons were on the verge of scoring, but Jackson just intercepted that ball in the end zone on like the back line, which was very impressive. So now we're in the fourth quarter, tied at 7. Really want to get something on this drive because we need some points. Come on now, there you go. Hamilton's wide open. Got wrestled down right there. Might have been a horse collar in another world, but oh well. Let's keep feeding Lindsey with an inside zone right here.
On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go, Lindsey. Nice run. Gain about 9 yards there.
9 yards.
Gain of 9. Yep.
They'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school
going with
players, isn't it? Tough,
Lindsey here.
Gritty run, got behind his pads,
Lindsey. Get down to the 2.
3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 7 yards on the pickup there.
139 yards. Got to be the best rushing day of his career if this was real. It definitely would be if this was a real live game. All right. They got the goal line stacked. They got the line stacked up. We put Royce Freeman in the game in that situation. Coach Joseph, no. We're gonna let yeah, that put Lindsey back in the game, please. Please put Lindsey back in the game. Please put Lindsey back in the game.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers.
If Lindsey's not back in the game, we're just gonna have to throw it. Because Freeman, okay, Lindsey is in the game. It's audible to a blast. Get in there, Lindsey, please. Touchdown! There we go. Philip Lindsey, 2nd touchdown of the night of the game. Nice job.
2nd touchdown of the night, and the Broncos are in for 6.
What's he doing? Doing the shooting free throws? Okay. Just so you know, Lindsey, that's Amari Cooper's celebration.
This has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
All right, extra point is up and good. Lindsey's got 2 touchdowns. The guys are in title offense right now. He's our entire offense. He's our whole team. He's one man, but he's our whole team. Alright, let's go and kick off here. Alright, D. We got to hold serve, though. Because not for that interception, we've been pretty much dominated the entire game on the defensive side. We've just been run over. Alright. Why was one of the suggestions man up 3 deep? You want to play way off the receivers, coach? No, we're not doing that.
Unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception,
you catch that? He did. Only 7 yards. That's not bad. At least we had everything locked up pretty well down the field. So no big plays against us. I'm tired of surrendering those, believe me. 2nd and 3.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Sack him! There we go. Perfect audible right there. Now 3rd down and 11. Yeah, 96 came in. Nobody's messing with you. I don't even know who that is. but we'll take it though. All right, let's go cover one, hide. All right, big third down right here. Chance for us to get off the field. We haven't really done this all game, gotten off the field on defense. Just let them convert almost every time. Oh, we barely got his shoelace. There was only one DB there, and Sanu almost let him get past, but 31 tripped him up, so we'll take it. All right, 4th and 2, and they're definitely punting right here. I mean, I would if I was them, but you never know in these games. Yeah, Lindsey, I'm not going to let you return that, sir. That's going into the end zone for a touchback. All right. So let's try to. So this is really a put-away drive right here. Let's see if we can keep running it with Lindsey and ice this one. That blocking has just been fantastic all game. Kind of funny that the offensive line's done a good job with run blocking, but pass blocking has not really been that great. I mean, Flacco's been sacked, I don't know, like maybe 3 times in this game. I don't even know. I mean, there was one drive he got sacked like 3 consecutive plays in a row. All right, so we're at the 2-minute warning. Now it's time to put this game away. We need probably about maybe 2 more first downs to put it away. And you know we're going to be running the ball. Falcons know it. We know it. Everybody in the stadium knows it. There we go. That's a big first down we needed. Did I get 150 rushing yards with Lindsey? He's at 164 right now, I think, based on what I saw up there.
And get set as we resume action. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right. Got to run the ball, make them use their timeouts. We'll let Royce Freeman get some. Why not? Because they've been run blocking it well all game, and I think both backs can take advantage.
And now we're going to get a timeout.
You know, I thought about it with Royce Freeman. I mean, I remember watching him when he was at Oregon. He was a dominant college player. He and Philip Lindsay can kind of get on the same page and really be a good, or figure out how to complement each other really well. I think Broncos can have a decent backfield tandem. But then again, nowadays in the modern day NFL, you don't really see backfield tandems like it was with like Larry Zonka and Jim Kick from the old '72 Dolphins. I think the last good running back tandem that I remember seeing in like modern NFL was D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart on the 08 Panthers. That was a pretty good running back tandem. Because those guys were kind of the same player, but they were just able to be able to be inserted, easily in any situation. I guess a good modern day tandem where the backs were different, so they complemented each other really well was probably Chris Johnson, CJ2K, and Lindell White. And y'all remember that from the Titans, like from the 08, 09, maybe 2010 season? I don't know. I think that was Lindell White's last year on the Titans. Or maybe he went to another team that year. I can't really remember. I played Madden 11 a lot because when the NFL lockout was going on after the 2010 season, believe me, I was pretty bored. There was no NFL news. All I could do was just play Madden 11 constantly, like over and over again. And there was no moves happening, so I couldn't even update the rosters to even give myself kind of a fresh gameplay, so to speak. All right, so unfortunately, we didn't gain anything there.
He looked like one of those guys.
This may be a bit risky, but I'm going to pass it on 4th down, see if we can pick up the first here. I might even just call a timeout, and, yeah. All right, I'm going to let this clock tick down to, like, 1 second. I'm going to call a timeout, because I don't want the Falcons to have any time to do anything, especially if we don't pick this up.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense takes the timeout.
Okay, now they want us to punt it away. That's a more logical decision, coach.
As he'll come on to kick this one away.
I've never been great at corner coughing punts in this game. Let's see if I can do it tonight.
Boy, it's another boomer.
Oh, yes! At the 2-yard line. There we go. Man, I haven't had one of those punts in this game in a long time. I've been really bad at aiming them out of bounds. All right, they have the ball at the 2-yard line. They have 18 seconds left to drive the length of the field to tie this game up. Yeah, this is going to be hard for the Falcons. I feel good about this. Pick that! Did we intercept it? Oh. Oh, what, flag? Oh, okay, well that came out, I think, after the interception, so, I think we're still in okay shape. Yeah, illegal block in the back. Oh well, we intercepted the ball, we got it. Let's go back and look at this replay, because this is pretty hilarious. So, you know, Ryan drops back. I mean, I see the ball. I know where it's going with 35 right here. He's jumping in the air. He picks it off. He has it, but you know, look at what happens. Like, he has the ball like on the outside of Ridley's helmet. He gets like stuck in the air because he's sandwiched between like 4 guys. Look at him. He's literally being floated in the air. He can't even move. And then finally he's released, and I had to jump just to try to like get him to go. And then of course he just picks it off. What a funny animation that was. You guys know I pause this game if I see funny animations. Like, if y'all followed me for a while, you know that I might pause the game if I see any funny plays or stuff like that. We got 7 seconds left. We're going to just take a knee here with Flacco. And we're going to walk out of here with a very boring 14-7 victory. But Philip Lindsay, a 2-touchdown, I think 170-plus yard rushing performance. Just a great game by him. Yeah, 18 carries, 171 yards, and 2 TDs. Yeah, he had a fantastic ball game.
Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
179 rushing yards.
Good night, everybody.
That was a great performance by Lindsay, our running back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final player stats from the Broncos and from both teams, really, since I have no favoritism. Flacco had a QB rating of 84.6, 10 out of 15, 97 yards, pretty pedestrian numbers. Matt Ryan had a pretty good game, threw 2 picks. One of them, of course, was that last one to ice the game for us. Had 1 touchdown, 87.6 passer rating, 176 yards. Definitely had a better game than Flacco. Philip Lindsay, look at this, 18 carries, 171 yards. He averaged 9.5 yards per carry with 2 TDs. That's definitely his best performance. Freeman had 25 yards on 5. He didn't really do too much. Royce Freeman got in the action a little bit, 9 yards. And Flacco had -1 yard rushing because of a sack. So, anyway, receiving-wise, I mean, Austin Hooper had a huge game, 92 yards, 92 yards on 6 catches. Mohamed Sanu, 5 for 46, had the TD. Sanders was our leading receiver with 47 yards. Sutton had really get some in the action there. Defensively, the guy who really stepped up for us was Kareem Jackson. That's his name. I thought it was Kareem. I was about to say Keith Jackson. 1 pick in the against the end line. That was fantastic. Great interception there. So, you know, the Hall of Fame game is on Thursday, which signals the start of football season. I know it's only preseason and nobody cares about preseason games, but I watched a lot of the Hall of Fame stuff because I went to the Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony of 2010 when Emmitt Smith and Jerry Rice got inducted. I went with my dad. That was definitely one of our best father-son trips, and really was kind of one of the last ones that we got a chance to have. I know that was 9 years ago, but that was really one of the last big trips. One of the last big family trips we had actually was, and I went back to the Hall of Fame just to tour the museum in the off season in like May of 2015. It was just after I finished my junior year of college. I wanted to take a family, my family and I wanted to do a vacation together or something like that. So we went up to Canton for about 3-4 days. We went to the Hall of Fame 2 days in a row. The hotel actually had NFL Network, so I was actually able to keep it with all the off-season stuff. Naturally, of course, that was the off-season where DeMarco Murray wasn't retained from the Cowboys, and that was the off-season following the Des Bryant no catch. So that was fun to tour the Hall of Fame. If you ever get a chance to go visit the museum and just to tour it, it's actually, I will say this, if you want to actually tour the museum and actually look at all the exhibits, it's way better to do that when it's not enshrinement weekend. Because when it's enshrinement weekend, that place is a madhouse. Like, it's that and Super Bowl weekend is really the two biggest weekends for NFL fans at one venue, just because, it's it's a neutral site preseason game. So that Falcon and Bronco fans are already there, and they're super excited to see, Champ Bailey get inducted in the Hall of Fame, and I forget who from the Falcons is maybe inducted in the Hall of Fame class. I think there may be an owner or something like that, or maybe a former player. Can't really remember. But anyway, yeah, but I always like to watch the enshrinement ceremonies too, and my dad always texts me when it's around enshrinement weekend because he knows how much those 2 trips meant to me, and me being a big football junkie and a big football geek and everything, because I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, I am, but I'll watch football even if it's just preseason game. I got to work on Thursday night, but we got a little TV that's always on NBC in the newsroom, so that I'm going to watch a bit of the Hall of Fame game. I'm going to watch a bit of the action, so just to see some actual organized football being played. That's always great to see, because the NFL offseason is the longest offseason of all the sports. 7 months of no football. The season is shorter than the offseason. That's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, guys, so like I said at the beginning of this live stream, this is going to be my last video with Madden 19. As far as the gameplay features that are going to be in Madden 20, I'm sure I'll critique that a lot when I actually get the game and I start sitting down and playing with it and getting used to it and everything, but I like the direction that Madden 20 looks like it's going with the QB1 mode. I'm looking forward to playing it. I really am. That'll probably be one of the first live stream series of live streams that I do for Madden 20, and I'll also be doing. I'll obviously be starting up a Dallas Cowboy franchise as well. Of course I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that. But anyway, guys, hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm going to relax for the rest of the night as my weekend is about to wind down, getting ready for another work week coming up. The good thing is things at the station have calmed down, so I think it'll be a smoother week. However, news is news. It never sleeps. It's always moving around constantly. So my next video will probably be something with Madden 20. So until then, I'll catch you guys later. This is your boy Malin, and I'm out. Y'all have a good one.